What is up, YouTube? This is Ryan with Cola Warrior Gaming, coming at you with another War Recap video brought to you by the guys and girls over at W.A.R. Raiders. And guys, this isn't just another War Recap. This War Recap is on our war with the WarBears, which is actually our first arranged matchup that we've ever done. So this was kind of a historical moment for us. And as you guys can see, we did end up winning, but the WarBears put up an awesome fight. We used pretty much all of our attacks except for two. We had one guy whose phone was, I guess, broken or something like that, couldn't attack. And we're going to show, of course, what they did to our bases. Later on, guys, we're actually going to be doing an interview with one of their leaders and showing a couple of their own 3-star attacks on our bases. And you can see that there's kind of a mix of 2 and 3 stars on our Town Hall 9s. As I've said before, guys, we put a lot of time and effort into designing our bases, and we spent a lot of time researching the latest base designs and trends. So, you know, guys, we have some tough bases, and for a clan, you know, that is new to arranged matchups, and of course, we're new to arranged matchups as well, but we've actually been fortunate in the past to get randomly matched with some pretty tough clans, and we have a little bit of experience with anti-3-star base layouts. So anyway, mad respect to the WarBears. These guys were great sports. Showed a lot of good sportsmanship throughout the entire war. We were communicating via our own GM chat group. So having that level of communication with the clan that you're in a war with is actually pretty cool. And these guys were fun, just great people to work with. But anyway, as you guys can see, we 2-starred all of their Town Hall 10s except for one, which ended up getting 3-starred by our boy TM Woods. And we ended up clearing the board of all the Town Hall 9s and Town Hall 8s. So super proud of the guys and girls over at W.A.R. Raiders. Did an absolutely fantastic job. This was, like I said, this was a big moment for us. So we're going to go ahead and show you guys quite a few attacks here. This is going to be a longer war recap, so get yourself a drink and a snack and enjoy the show. So we're going to start off here with the attack on number 8 by our boy TM Woods. 3-starring this Town Hall 10 with level 2 multi-infernos, decently leveled, you know, pretty much all Town Hall 9, max Town Hall 9 defenses here with that 3rd expo. Coming in straight with some wall breakers to let his giants in here. Wizards to back him up. You know, TM's been really successful lately with kind of this skeleton crew kill squad, not bringing any golems, just some wizards, and of course in this case he ended up bringing a couple giants just to kind of serve as miniature tanks. And just coming in here, and the only thing that he wants to do, guys, is grab this, the clan castle troops, get the enemy queen down, and then snag one of the air defenses. And as you guys can see, he has pretty much done just that. The queen is still up, raging away. She gets targeted by that dragon, but she's already done quite a bit of damage to it, so is able to take it out within just the next few shots. And he is ready to come in with the air portion of his attack. You know, it's interesting. He's not very patient here with his Hound and Loon deployment. It's pretty frantic and just brutal. I mean, he's just, you know, coming in strong. Uses the freeze, you know, I guess at the right time, because you've got that, you know, as long as that Inferno Tower is targeting the Loons, I guess it doesn't really matter if you use it sooner rather than later. The fact is, it's less time that Inferno Tower has to work on your Loons. So as you guys can see, the way that he pathed his Loons in caused them to go straight to the center, and under that rage, they just absolutely obliterated all of the defenses around the Town Hall there, and it is over that quick, guys. Brutal attack by TM Woods. Absolutely crushed this base. And of course it helps with those level 40 heroes, guys, but when you are up against a decently leveled Town Hall 10 with level 2 multi-infernos, it is just not an easy base, regardless of your hero level. So really nice job, TM. Keep it up, man. Just beasting it the last few wars. Alright, let's go ahead and check out this attack on number 10 by one of our Town Hall 9.5s, and let me just explain a little bit about this attack here. Part of our agreement with warring these guys was that our 9.5s would war without the extra troop space and without the extra spell, because our 9.5s made it a little bit imbalanced with the extra troops and the spells that you get at 9.5. So Max is actually coming in here purposefully with only 220 troop spaces filled and only 9 spell slots filled. Of course, with the new spell system, you get 9 spell slots technically. So anyway, he is going to come in here with a cold-blooded Laloon attack, which I just thought was beautifully done. Again, we haven't been seeing a whole lot of air raids recently, but on the right base guys, obviously they are still more than effective. And he's coming in here with the 1 golem, of course, as you do with a cold-blooded attack of any variety, and wizards to back it up. A couple minions to help with the funnel on the right there, because there's no archer towers over there, obviously, that can target them. They actually get taken out by that air mine, which I think is a good thing, because otherwise that was going to be hitting either one of his lava hounds or even worse, some of his loons. So I think that was actually just kind of a nice little stroke of luck there. Takes out the CC troops, takes out that wizard tower, has already taken out an air defense, so everything is looking good for max attack 214, and he is about ready to come in with the air portion of his attack. Coming in with 2 lava hounds at slightly different angles. I think he could have angled them, at more extreme angles, but whatever. Uses a haste spell just to get his loons past that first layer of defenses to drive them into the core, as we are seeing those haste spells being used for more and more often. Decides to use a rage spell there instead of another haste. He's got 2 haste spells still in the bag, still a rage in the bag, and obviously 2 air defenses left to go. And look at how those loons just cut across like that. I love that. The way that he pathed them in was just beautiful. And all of his loons are converging on this last air defense here. They are creeping up or right up on it. And he drops that last rage. Maybe just a little bit too deep in the base. I don't know. Tough to say. But either way, guys, just, the last air defense goes down, Tesla goes down, air sweeper goes down, Expo goes down, and that is it, guys. There's nothing on this map that can threaten his troops, and it is just cleanup at this point. So beautiful attack by Max Attack. You don't get a whole lot of credit these days being a Town Hall 9.5. Nobody shows them on their YouTube channels because, let's face it, it's a little bit, I guess, I won't say unfair. I mean, that's just, it's exploiting the mechanics of the game. But obviously you have quite an advantage as a 9.5 going up against a Town Hall 9, because you've got 20 extra troop spaces and 1 extra spell slot, or 2 extra spell slots now with the new system. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and fast forward this, but again, keep in mind, guys, that Max Attack was only using 220 troop spaces here and only 9 spell slots. So beautiful attack by Max Attack. Keep it up, man. All right, now we're just going to jump 1 base down to number 11, which got hit by our boy John Warlock. You guys have seen him on the channel before. He has perfected the art of the Queen Walk. If you don't believe me, guys, just watch this attack. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely crushes this max defense, very high hero level Town Hall 9 base with a good layout. So let's go ahead and watch how he does it. He is coming in right here from the west, with those minions to help direct his queen, make sure that she does not go off to the left there. That is not what John Warlock wants. And man, one of the things with these Queen Walk raids is that if that queen ends up walking in the wrong direction, your raid is pretty much over, because you are really banking on that queen. You're investing a lot of troop space and keeping her alive. I believe John Warlock has 3 healers on his queen. It might be 4. I am not quite sure. So now he is coming in with his golems. I'm not sure if he anticipated that 1 golem on the left going straight to the mortar. I'm sure that he did. Because, there aren't any defenses on the left that would have been targeting his golem there if it had not gone to the mortar. So he is being really... Oh, you know what? Actually, he had a wall breaker fail, it looks like. So his golems kind of had to finish off that chunk of the wall. And his queen is converging nicely with his kill squad. Still hasn't even dropped his king yet, so very patient with that. As a matter of fact, the clan castle troops are just now coming out. So obviously, since they are targeting the golems, his king is golden. He can sneak in there, grab that enemy queen, who actually gets taken out, it looks like, by those, either the wizards or the queen. I was not quite sure. So that king, didn't really even need him. But of course, that king does a great job at taking out some extra buildings and tanking for any hogs that might have been targeted by some expos or something like that. So yeah, he's coming in here with his hog, surgical hog deployment. No giants to tank. You know, I guess whether or not you're going to use giants to tank just depends on the base and the layout. And John just knows what he's doing. He's got a great feel for the mechanics of the game. And yeah, so at this point, it's just that one archer tower left, and he's got so many troops still up. It looks like all of his healers ended up making it through the attack. Still, you know, his queen is at full health, his king is at over half health, and he's got more than enough troops for cleanup. Just absolutely crushed this base. So really nice job by John Warlock. He has just been having quite the streak recently. Beautiful attack, man. All right, now let's check out this attack on, it looks like number 18 is what I have in my notes here. Let me get a drink here. That's good. That is good. Homemade margarita. All right, number 18. Oh, okay. This is me. Actually, sad news, guys. I did a live attack video on this base, and the actual video got corrupted. I still have the audio from that because I record the audio into a mic while I'm recording the video on my phone. So the video got corrupted because I'm using this terrible, really glitchy screen recorder called Shu. Most of the time it works. This time it didn't, which was a real bummer because it would have made a fun live attack, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the attack anyway. Just coming in here with a very traditional surgical hog attack, using witches for part of my kill squad. And just sending in those 3 hogs on that one lone cannon because there weren't really any other point defenses that were within range of that cannon, and I don't even think that wizard tower was within range of it. So really it was just 3 hogs versus the cannon. Obviously the hogs won and ended up pulling those CC troops. And just coming in here with the witches, kind of like we used to do old school. I mean, obviously people still do it, but now more and more we see people using rages and no lores with their kill squads. Dragon goes down. I end up losing 2 wizards here to that loon, which was pretty unfortunate. Obviously, the ideal CC kill is where the only thing that gets targeted is those skeletons, and you don't lose any higher value troops. But whatever, it's 2 wizards, 8 troop space, not a big deal. You know, the trade-off is pretty good because you're taking out 30 troop spaces. So anyway, went ahead and dropped the jump, dropped the king. The king kind of strays for a few seconds. Then he locks onto the enemy barbarian king, which was kind of a bummer. I guess that was maybe a mistake on my part. Maybe that wasn't the best place to come in because that king, the enemy queen, was being protected by that king. And obviously those heroes were a little bit higher level than mine. But anyway, I decided to deploy my hogs pretty early here because, guys, you know, once that king gets into the queen compartment, let's say that your king fails and doesn't manage to take out that enemy archer queen. It's not going to make a difference if you wait to see if the queen goes down before you start sending your hogs in, guys. Either you succeed or you fail. So I went ahead and sent my hogs in early there with a couple giants to tank, just keeping them up in heals, and ends up working out for me. I obviously pre-triggered that first set of double giant bombs. The other set was actually right in front of this clan castle, the clan castle which just went down. So as you guys can see, it is pretty much just cleanup time. Dropped a few wizards at the bottom here when those defenses got cleared out, and it is just cleanup. So it's a fun attack. I haven't done a surgical hog attack in the last couple wars, just because the bases that I picked weren't the best for it. So, in any case, let's go ahead and check out Dream's attack on number 19. I love Dream's attacks. This was a tough base design, kind of trippy. And Dream just shows us how it's done with this Shattered Laloon attack, which I thought was very ambitious for this base, but he gets the job done, and he gets it done with style. So let me take another sip here while his kill squad is doing its thing. Oh man, super refreshing. Great summer drink. All right. So he sends in those wall breakers to let in his golems, give them access to that wizard tower, which goes down. sending in his king nice and late, which is great because he not only did a great job at creating his funnel guys, but he also sent his king in at just the right time because those golems were being targeted by the CC troops. So the king ends up taking out the queen. He goes ahead and uses the ability on his queen. Looks like she was taking fire, and she manages to get down that Tesla. And that sweeper goes down to the golems, which is pretty funny. It's always funny when you get, higher value defenses with golems. And his queen is actually still up, but he's going ahead and sending in his air attack anyway, even though he's still got 3 air defenses to deal with. I've only seen this attack once, so I'm not sure if the queen ends up getting on that last air defense. Oh, that last air defense gets taken out by those archers. Okay, fun stuff. All right, so in any case, he's still got to get his deployment right here. Obviously with a shattered Lalo attack, the emphasis there is going to be on that push, but you still have to get your rotation right. I think that rage spell might have been a little bit too deep into the base. The loons accessed it just a hair too late, I think. I could be wrong about that. It might have been just right. But in any case, you guys saw how fast that went down. All the defenses in this base are gone, and his queen is still up and raging away, so she makes a great troop for cleanup in that instance, especially with Laloon, where cleanup is always going to be an issue, guys. Because, unlike with hogs, loons make absolutely terrible cleanup troops. So with Laloon, cleanup can be a pretty big issue. Most of the time when we have fails with Laloon attacks, it's really just time. So, like I said, it is just cleanup at this point, so we're going to go ahead and fast forward it because this war recap has gone on for long enough anyway. And let's get to our last attack here by one of our new members coming up from our feeder clan, making his big debut in our arranged matchup, our first arranged matchup, D-Mill 27 whatever. All right, and he is coming in here with a really nicely done hog attack, backed up with some back-end loons. This is a shattered Goho. Coming in no lore, using a rage for his kill squad. I'm not sure exactly why he sent in that one hog. Maybe he wanted to get those CC troops out early. Yeah, it looks like that's what he wanted to do, so that his queen would have less stuff to distract her while those CC troops are targeting the golem. So I guess that was smart, He had a plan, and the plan worked, so props to him. The only problem with that, I think, is that rage was just a little bit wasted because, guys, as I've said before, the rage, when you're doing a no-lore CC kill, the rage not only helps you get the CC troops, but it also helps you take out more of the base itself. So, regardless, I mean, because of the way that D-Mill deploys his hogs, and because of the plan that he has for these loons, this attack is just so efficient that rage spell kind of being placed on the outside of the base doesn't really matter, guys. It's not going to hurt him that much. Those skeleton traps pop on his hogs and they start harassing him. Uses a heal there and then poisons those skellies. And look at this, guys. I love how he comes in with these loons here. That last air defense goes down, so even if a lot of his hogs die, he's still got 3 loons up. So that's pretty huge in this instance. Looks like his hogs just took a big hit there to something I was not looking. Like I said, I do these recaps on an iPhone 5S, so a very small screen. So occasionally I do miss things. But anyway, guys, as you can see, all the defenses are down. D-Mill absolutely crushed this base. I really like how he used those loons in conjunction with the hogs. I think it just shows a certain level of planning that I really like. So let's go ahead and fast forward through the cleanup here and call it a day on this war recap. We will actually be having an interview very soon with one of the leaders of the WarBears. Going to have a new series. Not quite sure what it's going to be called, but basically we're going to interview a member of any clans that we decide to match up against that are interested in doing something like that, where we show their 3-star attacks on our bases while we just kind of talk to them about their clan, the clan history, and what they thought of the war. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something from it. And as always, this is Ryan with Cola Warrior Gaming, reminding you that we are Raiders. Spells war.